our first taste of winter expected this weekend. Denver meteorologist Walker Snowden starting off the evening clear and in the low 40s. Overnight, seeing near to below freezing temperatures and also expecting across the Rockies for that cold rain and eventually snowfall to set up overnight into early Saturday morning. For us, expecting those snow showers early as temperatures stay in the upper 20s through the early to mid-morning hours, just about 28 to 29 degrees with that snowfall expected. Winter storm warnings in effect across the Rockies through early Sunday morning. Winter weather advisories just off to our north and freeze warnings just down to our south. A look at what we're expecting for the afternoon. Again, snowfall with temperatures right around freezing for a high temperature, just about 32, 33 for Fort Collins. Let's go ahead and break down future radar. As mentioned, that snow sets up overnight into early tomorrow. Going to see a little bit of dry time, a break from the snowfall before additional snow expected as we head through the late afternoon into the evening. That's likely when the more considerable snow totals start to get there as well. And speaking of which, still expecting likely around 5 to almost 6 inches of snowfall for Denver. Could be in between that 3 to 5 spot or potentially over to 7 to 8 inches of rainfall. So kind of a little bit in between. And of course, the higher elevations potentially seeing well over a foot to almost 2 feet of snowfall. A look at temperatures for the afternoon. Again, near 30 by lunchtime, back into the mid-20s by sunset.
41 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Here's our local Doppler radar.
Absolutely the coldest NFL matchup we've seen all year long. Denver meteorologist Walker Snowden into Sunday. Temperatures for the game only expected in the mid to lower 20s. Maybe even some light flurries to light snowfall likely just before the game gets started, right around 2:25. Get into Sunday, still seeing some snowfall. A lot of the activity finally pushes back to the south. Our cooler, drier air filters in from the north, and what's allowing for the moisture to be here kind of vanishes. So expecting most of the snowfall potential to eventually end into Sunday as well. Look at the 5-day forecast. A winter-esque weekend. Temperatures in the low 30s to upper 20s for highs, well into the lower teens as we head into Sunday as well. Overnight temperatures as well as daytime highs do see a rebound back to the mid-50s by Wednesday and close to freezing overnight.
Got big plans Friday night? Here's a look at your forecast. Will the weather get in the way of your Saturday? Let's take a look. And here's how your Sunday's weather is shaping up.
Weather across America, meteorologist Walker Snowden. At least in my opinion, tons of interesting aspects to the forecast as we head into the weekend. Definitely some areas to keep an eye on. Our Arctic air mass continues to make some headway into the central plains as we head through Saturday, but a stalled cold front can be a little bit problematic as it has been the last couple of days across portions of Texas and likely into portions of Arkansas up to Missouri. Could see some flash flood concerns across some of those spots and also entertaining some additional rainfall across sections of the Northeast into upstate New York. As mentioned, our Arctic air mass making some headway, expecting the 30s out in Denver. Winter storm watches already issued for portions of Colorado as well. Winter storm warnings over the Rockies. 40s expected out in Oklahoma City. 80s for Phoenix. 60s and 50s expected for San Francisco up to Portland. As for the Northeast, the high pressure that's been really dominating much of the East Coast the last couple of days, still having some lasting impacts right along the coastline, could be breaking record temperatures in some spots, nearing 80 for Boston to New York, mid-80s expected for D.C. But as that high pressure slowly exits, it kind of opens the door for showers to return, so expecting some rainfall for Pittsburgh up to Syracuse and likely into Burlington. As for the deep south, again, the high pressure still lingering on at least for a couple more days. Mid-80s expected for Raleigh through Jacksonville down to Miami, about 81 degrees for Atlanta. And you can basically see right where our stalling cold front is across portions of Arkansas into North Louisiana and likely through Dallas and portions of Amarillo as well, expecting showers and slightly cooler temperatures, likely seeing highs in the low 60s. As we head our way further north, again, there's the cool down, expecting even some snowfall across portions of Nebraska into northern Iowa, expecting Minneapolis to maybe see a couple of flakes, but likely just staying overcast, mid-30s, Chicago low 50s, and rainfall expected for St. Louis over to Wichita. A little bit of a theme through the weekend. As for the West Coast, dry and breezy conditions expected. There are some fire weather concerns. Red flag warnings spread through much of Northern California, even into Southern California as well. Low 50s for Seattle and expecting just about 73 for Los Angeles. As mentioned, Denver looking to see a big entrance of winter as we head through the weekend.
These are the latest incidents and events in your area. Let's take a look at the latest airport delays.